Did you see that game? I know you saw that game. I know you saw that game. I know you saw that game. I was at that game, and I saw Drake Maye on the field. You know what I saw? I saw an elite quarterback. I saw 6 more Super Bowls. I saw the future new Tom Brady. I saw maybe 7 Super Bowls if we're lucky. I saw... All right, guys. Had to calm myself down there a little bit. Trying not to get carried away. Welcome to this week's show. I am all kinds of hyped up over Drake Maye. I don't know what kind of idiot would put out a video last week saying that they shouldn't start him behind that offensive line, but I wouldn't listen to that guy if I were you anymore. Totally unrelated note, my jersey last week that I very specifically said was not a Drake Maye jersey, we're legit now. We have tickets to more games. We have an undying love that I'm sure will never ever be questioned, much less a week from now. And we have, most importantly, a freaking quarterback in New England, people. We have a quarterback in New England. So let me take you on a journey. Let me take you on a journey of what this weekend was from my perspective. The perspective of a guy who grew up 20 minutes away from Gillette Stadium, who was up there in denial about the fact that he was getting a year older on Sunday, and up there just to watch us maybe have a positive game. Still thought Jacoby Brissett was going to be in when we made the plans for this game. It was amazing. First of all, check out my shorts if you get the chance. I got to ghost hunt at the world's least haunted hotel. It was not very exciting. But the very next day, something electric happened. We went to the field and we saw the ghost of Tom Brady put into the body of Drake Maye. So, from my perspective, again, this is what really happened. Ignore the stats. Numbers are for dorks. Numbers are for dorks. This is what really happened. That first interception, rookie mistake. Strike it from the record. Strike it from the record. Second interception, batted up in the air by Will Anderson, elite player. And then we had a weird little reminder of the helmet catch. It was an aggressive hug that was poorly timed. That's it. It was not on Drake Maye. We're going to just strike that from the record too. So Drake Maye throws for 250 yards, rounded up, and 3 touchdowns. 250 yards, 3 touchdowns. In 5 games before that, we had 2 passing touchdowns. Let that part sink in for a moment. So, yes, in reality, it did take him a little while to settle in. You know, there was immense pressure, crowd going absolutely nuts as he's coming in. I'm sure didn't make it any easier. I personally stayed very calm and composed and did not lose my mind whatsoever. At all. But once he did settle in, my God, was that kid slinging the ball. But that first touchdown to Kayshon Boutte was absolutely insane. I promise I'm not even going to call you Booty anymore, Kayshon. That was amazing. He didn't even have to break stride. If he did break stride, that ball would have been picked. If it was overthrown, it would have been a much more difficult catch. Right over Derek Stingley. Great corner. Right over Derek Stingley's head for the first touchdown of Drake Maye's career, and it was amazing from there. Got Hunter Henry involved, got Pop Douglas involved, and it looked like we had a real offense. I'll tell you what I saw that I haven't seen since I was in Gillette Stadium watching Tom Brady, and that was a Patriots quarterback pushing the ball down the field. I'll tell you what I've never seen, which was a Patriots quarterback running. I mean, Tom Brady, the best to ever do it, but he looked like a drunk newborn deer when he ran. This kid has athleticism. He has an arm, off-platform throws, scrambles that turn into big yardage. He's got what you need in the modern NFL. So, anyway, that's my little Drake Maye rant. I may have bought his jersey. I may have written him a song. He may need to get extra security guards. I might write him a letter as well. But we are going to be watching very, very closely on the streams. Please tune into them as we go over and play across the pond in London. I'm pretty sure the Jags are just camped out there because Doug Peterson is afraid to come home and lose his job. But that should be a winnable game. That should be a very winnable game. And if Drake Maye has any kind of repeat performance of what he had in that second half, we might see a Patriots win, which is not something that I've gotten to say very much in the last 2 years. So I am very excited. And I may have picked and been selective about which game I go back to in Gillette. Don't judge. But feeling good about it, man. We're going to see a hell of a season out of Drake Maye. I'm convinced. Can't tell me otherwise. My opinion totally isn't going to change in a week. I don't know what you're talking about. All allegations. Anyway, moving on to the next segment. Devonte Adams is officially a New Jersey Jet under GM Aaron Rodgers, who had Robert Saleh removed and brought in his old buddy from Green Bay. It was kind of weird. Both of the Monday Night Football teams went out and immediately got number one receivers after the game, kind of for different reasons. So the other trade that I'm referring to here, if you haven't picked up on it already, which if you're watching my shorts, you would know what I'm talking about. So who's that on? Go check it out. Amari Cooper to Buffalo. I believe the thinking for the Jets in picking up Devonte, they aren't out of things yet, but they have a really tough road ahead of them. Devonte and Aaron Rodgers have been able to make magic before. Garrett Wilson was not quite clicking with Aaron Rodgers, even though the last 2 weeks he did look pretty good. And Allen Lazard did catch a Hail Mary, and I don't really know that Devontae's going to solve everything. Maybe not getting rid of your defensive coach, your defensive-minded head coach that put together an incredible defense 2 years in a row. 3 years, however many years, long time. It was not the right move. Maybe you should have gotten rid of Nathaniel Hackett, who's no longer calling plays anyway. But, objectively speaking, you put Devonte Adams on a team with Aaron Rodgers, and the odds of winning go up. So, I'm guessing that was what the thinking was, and we'll see what happens. With the Bills, on the other hand, they, first of all, are going to be kicking themselves for a very long time for giving Patrick Mahomes access to Xavier Worthy. It will probably be what knocks him out for the season, if we're being real. Probably would have happened anyway. But with these superstar quarterbacks, there's kind of ebbs and flows to the salary cap. And you have these years where you lose a lot of talent, you gain a lot of talent. You lose a lot of talent, you gain a lot of talent. So they didn't expect a lot out of the offense or the defense or really anything other than Josh Allen this year in Buffalo. And they've been playing elite football. I mean, they had that little dip for 2 games, but relying on the run for the first time, they've looked incredible. And their defense have been playing way better than what they look like on paper. So you add Amari Cooper in there, you've got a guy who doesn't necessarily have the accolades of a Devonte Adams, but a guy who's been sneaky good, getting 1,000-yard seasons every season since he's gotten into the league. And you pair him for the first time in his career with an elite quarterback in Josh Allen, and they're looking to make a run. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do. Amari Cooper last year put up, 262 yards with Joe Flacco as a backup quarterback, throwing to him in the wild card round. Imagine what he can do with Josh Allen. And then he's going to drop it in the most crucial of moments, probably against the Chiefs, and break all the hearts of Buffalo while Drake Maye rides into the sunset. And that is how my fan fiction ends. And now, guys, for a not so great subject. A lot of you from my live streams probably are very well aware that on Sundays, one of the teams that I root for is Detroit. Mostly, I mean, they're an incredibly fun team to watch, and I love them so much unconditionally if anybody happens to be watching. But my boss is a fan. My boss is a big Lions fan, And Aiden Hutchinson's leg is not supposed to bend that way. Not supposed to happen. And just to give you an idea of the type of season that he was having, not only Defensive Player of the Year, we were looking at a pretty historic season from Aiden Hutchinson. He was first in pressures, sacks, TFLs from his position. And there's not a lot of depth there. Second guy in line with 8 sacks on the season is Marcus Davenport, who is down for the year. And you keep dropping from there. You've got Pascal. Now, the Lions are very big on homegrown guys, and they may try to dial up the blitz, and they may try and compensate with guys from the locker room. But let's be real about Super Bowl windows. Jared Goff is not a young quarterback, and he does not function very well without the run there. With the run there, he's electric. I mean, he had that game the other week where he didn't have a single incompletion. He had the game this weekend, 40-plus points dropped on the Cowboys. You take away the running backs, you take away his ability to run play action, it doesn't go great, and he's not getting any younger. David Montgomery is not getting any younger, and their Super Bowl window, there's no guarantee on that type of thing. So, in an ideal world, and it's looking more possible after Devonte Adams just happened, is all I'm going to say, you go out, and the one-for-one replacement that everybody's talking about is Max Crosby. And, yeah, you're probably going to lose a first-round draft pick. You might lose multiple, which for the Lions is huge. I get that. Aiden Hutchinson, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brian Branch, like, so much homegrown talent. So much homegrown talent. Max Crosby's from Michigan. Technically homegrown, but they're going to need to get past it. They really are. If you can get Crosby, get Crosby. If you can get anybody, get anybody. But if you can get Crosby, he is going to fill that void. He's pretty much the only one in the league outside of like TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, somebody like that can fill that type of void. And he may be available. And think about it for future seasons. They are probably going to have a first-round draft pick that is later in the draft that they're going to select a D-end with anyway. Just go try and get Max Crosby. Just do it, honestly. If you can't get him, go after Trey Hendrickson. Maybe if Hassan Reddick is actually willing to play and he's in football shape, go get Hassan Reddick. There's options out there. Maybe Jadeveon Clowney, Yannick Ngakoue, somebody. They're going to have to get somebody, and whether they're looking to spend a first-round pick on it or whether they're looking for more of a budget option, it's something they need to do. It's something they need to do, and I think that Max Crosby means that you don't break stride, and next year you're going to have the best pass rush in the league with both of those two on either end and McNeil up the middle. And bing, bang, boom, you're done. You got another window that's going to stay open for just that little bit longer because you got Max Crosby. So you're welcome, Detroit. Anyway, guys, shorter video this week. I don't know. I talk a lot. Might be the same length. Less than I went in with. But I really wanted to touch on the fact that this weekend we hopefully are going to be doing a 1,000 subscriber special stream, which I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth. Everything is happening so fast. I cannot stress how much love I have for you guys. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you're watching the video and you haven't hit like, if you haven't hit share, please do those things. I'm a little disappointed that you did it. It hurts my heart a little bit. It's all right. Drake Maye is pretty much all I'm thinking about right now anyway. But like, share, subscribe. Sunday, I'm probably going to start wicked early because we're playing in London. So 9:30 to the end of Sunday Night Football. If we hit the 1K subs by Sunday, it's going to be a really good time. And if you check out some of my shorts, then you know that I get hit by MMA fighters and electrocute myself and eat ghost peppers and do really insane things. So it's going to be filled with that. And I cannot wait to see you guys there. And this week's video is brought to you by Still Nobody. That's right, everybody. Still Nobody is still the sponsor. But our honorary sponsor of the week is LilyPad2447, who came into my chat this weekend as I was sitting in front of a fire and told me that I was fat, should get outside, touch grass, take a walk, and hoped that I catch on fire. Once again, this video is brought to you by the depths of the internet. It's John Campbell over here. I will see you over there. Thank you for stopping by. Peace, love, hugs. See you later.